Okay, y'all, so I just hit a little over 6,000 subscribers on YouTube, but this video is not about the 6,000 subscribers. This video is literally about delayed gratification. It's about the compound interest of showing up, and it's about consistency. Because one thing I'm realizing, besides the fact that this watermelon is really good, is that when you're on and off and on and off and on and off and start and stop and start and stop, you never really allow yourself to see the consistency of the fruit that you're planting, that you're trying to get to grow. It's really hard. And after 8 months now of showing up consistently, I'm finally starting to see what my past self was planting. The planting when no one was watching, when it was quiet, when there weren't likes, there weren't comments, there were 2 subscribers, the beginning, because we all become a beginner at something. But to be a beginner and be consistent in the thing that you're trying to do gets you the diligence, gets you the output, and then it becomes compound interest because of the work that you've been putting in. So I had to come with my points because I want to prove my point. So you're with me and you hear me out. 1, you cannot harvest what you stop watering. You know that. You know that. You know, me and my cousin have been growing this little garden now for, I don't know, it's maybe been about a month, and I'm starting to see things grow. Things as in the plants and the fruit and the vegetables that we've planted. We're finally starting to see it grow. And we've had to water it consistently. And then there were a couple days where we had to let it dry out. And then we kept watering it again. And then, letting it get a little more sunshine by taking the top off of the little greenhouse and letting it aerate and breathe and do what I'm learning, I guess, plants need to do. I'm very new to this era of life, but I'm loving it. And I think there's so many analogies from plants and gardens that we can tie into our lives. But 8 months ago, I started this with no guarantee. I started this with some sweat equity. I started this I started this in a deficit because I took the leap and got my camera on a Black Friday sale. And I said, you know what? This is the one thing that I'm going to commit to. I'm not going to focus on any other platform. I am not going to focus on showing up and being consistent anywhere else. I am solely committed to starting this channel and having conversations. Nobody was waiting on me to post. I committed to the 100-day challenge anyways. And even the days that felt hard, even the days that I was so exhausted, even the days where I was pressing publish at 11:59 p.m. just to say, girl, you did it, just to keep my commitment to myself. That was really what it was all about. It was about the fact that I could keep my commitment and I could do what I said I wouldn't do. And 100 days seemed crazy, but it was something I'd never done before. And it was something that I wanted to try. I showed up when the views were low. I showed up before there was even proof that this was going to be anything. I showed up before I even had a niche and pillars and I knew who I was talking to. I was really showing up because I was talking to myself, if we're being honest. I was talking to myself through my breakup, talking to myself about how I was feeling. And then when I started feeling a little weird about the job that I was working, I started talking about that. And then when I realized I am actually really exhausted by this job, I started talking about that. And when I got a new job, I got so excited. It felt like, oh, this is the right fit, right? Because the company, the mission, everything just aligned. But once I got into that role, I realized the role itself was not the role for me. I did not want to be on the burnout train. I did not want to wear 12 different hats. I felt like I was actually reverting backwards in my job progression, with wanting and knowing, this may sound a little crazy, but wanting and knowing that I needed a little more ease in my day, and my work is inclusive of that. And I'm not saying easy. I'm saying not all this like mental Olympics type of work that I always had to constantly do, always being on, always being contacted, almost to the point of 7 days a week, even though you only technically work 5, just being so tethered and chained. I had outgrew all of those feelings and emotions. And I outgrew that identity with my past job. So when I got on here and I just started talking about all of it, before people were here, people somehow found me. And now y'all are here. And I'm also realizing that fruit grows on consistent trees. It grows on the consistent trees. Consistency, second point, consistency compounds quietly before it pays you loudly and publicly. So at first it may look like nothing is happening. It may look like you are throwing spaghetti against the wall. It may look like crickets, or you're talking to yourself and you're trying to figure out, okay, why is nobody commenting, liking? Did they not like it? Did I not do a good job? I have like 4 subscribers and one of them is my mama. The other is a cousin. Like, where are the people? What is happening? And that is very normal. Keep going and keep doing it anyways. Because one comment then becomes multiple comments, and then it becomes multiple subscribers, and then you have a small win. You look up and your channel has 100 subscribers, and you're like, wow, y'all finally found me. And then you keep going, and you keep posting, and you keep talking, and you look up one day and one random video that you recorded after the most exhausting, draining day at work in your parents' bedroom randomly hits 15, 20, 22,000 views. And I'm like, what the heck? I am very new here. Very new here. And then your first $10 becomes your next $100. And that becomes your first $1,000. And eventually you look up and you realize the thing that you kept watering is quite literally growing, because you haven't stopped. You've kept going. Like investing in the stock market. You put money in there every single month, it grows. The compound interest is bound to grow and keeps growing. And even if you stop putting money in there, it still grows. I started a certain investment account a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago, working with my finance coach, and we made some pretty cool moves at the time. And I'm looking up and it's like, okay, that has made me, I think, an extra $500 for what I had put in it originally. So I'm not mad at that. But YouTube, I'm noticing, kind of functions the same way. Y'all, I'm on my juice kick. I'm staying hydrated. I can't remember what my cousin made, but it's delicious. Cucumber, lime or lemon, ginger, something else is in here. He did his thing. So my third point, my past self is creating time for my present self today. Renee, 8 months ago, is now benefiting from the decision she made then for where I am at today. And the season that I was in 8 months ago is not the season I was in today, but it's contributed to the identity, the growth, the awareness, the pivot, the changes that I needed to make within myself to become who I need to be today. So the videos I made months ago, they are still working. I'm starting to see them populate and get more views and more comments. And I mean, some of them I kind of forgot about, because I was just moving and grooving. My digital products, they can work literally while I'm out in the park, while I'm out at nature, while I'm out going for a hike, while I'm out riding my bike. Like, my digital products are still working for me. People are finding them. They're finding them through the videos, and they're purchasing what they need or signing up for what they want. My YouTube videos can introduce new women to my work literally while I'm sleeping, because I woke up this morning to 2 more sales of women who signed up for the Build Your First Options cohort, which starts next Saturday, July 11th. And I woke up to that. I woke up to that. My affiliate links I'm working on now, but once I get that created and up and going, that's going to be able to work while I'm out fishing with my dad. that's going to be able to work while we're out traveling and road tripping around Michigan, because that's one of my goals this summer. I told him, I said, this summer we are doing a fishing cabin trip with my cousin, with myself, obviously, with my dad, with a few family members. That's been on my bucket list for a couple years now, and I'm definitely going to make it happen. And so this is what options really buy. They buy your time. They buy the choices you get to make. They buy the spaciousness you get to have. They buy the presence of you being present with your people, you being present with yourself. It's like such a beautiful gift. So getting my time back is the compound interest of the work that I did months ago. And I'm seeing the work is working. The work is working. And it feels really good. Yeah, it feels really good. So if you are someone that is working on building your first option, maybe you've been someone that started and stopped and started and stopped and started and stopped, and that thing has just been like sitting there for a while, you know, or you said, I'm going to be more consistent with my videos, or I'm finally going to start yesterday, and I got so busy and stuff like that. Honestly, at some point, you gotta just do it. You gotta just do it. Like, you gotta be relentless. You gotta remove the excuses. It's almost like there has to be some kind of small separation of like pacification, because if you really want it bad enough, if you want the change bad enough, you're gonna do the work to make the change happen. That's just what it is. That's just where we're at. You're going to do the work to make the change happen. So if you're someone that you're ready, you want to be a part of a community group and do this together, cohort 1 will be for you. We start July 11th. The doors close July 10th. So click the link in the description below to grab your spot. And shout out to the ladies that are already signed up and ready to go. I can't wait. Because I can't wait to look up, I'm not even gonna say look back, look up and see your videos around the options that you created and seeing that paycheck come in. That is not your W-2. That is a heck of a feeling. So, all right, friends, until the next video, peace out. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.